come to Arvindasha, Prabhu? Thank you.
Wanted to speak. You have written something.
Do you want to speak up here? You always come up here.
I just put you in the chair, so you don't have to keep everything.
Oh, okay.
I'd like to pay my homage to Śrīla Prabhupada by mentioning about the first time I met Prabhupada. Not so much physically, but I went to the library about 40 years ago and I saw a book. By the way, I think it was. And I kept it into my briefcase for about 1 month until I just looked at the picture. And lo and behold, sometime after, when I was frustrated with my life, going to various churches and wasn't satisfied, I saw in newspaper, free vegetarian release 197 South Ocean Avenue, Freeport. And I went there, and it was the Kṛṣṇa temple, and the devotees were so very wonderful. And most of the devotees there was Prabhupada's disciple. And because of that association, I get to find out and love Prabhupada more and more. I was very impressed and I'm very grateful to Srila Prabhupada for coming to the West because of the mantra in particular. This is my greatest, gift to pray. Because when I heard a chant of the holy name, I got the realization that if God is really merciful, He must make a way so simple that anyone can really, appreciate and accept Him. And I'm very grateful to Srila Prabhupada. And I only hope that we will continue to fulfill His wishes because we have a far way to go really. At one time, the Hare Krishna devotees, Hare Krishna was a household word in America, but today very few people know about the Hare Krishna movement, and we have so much love. This is Prabhupada Disappearance Day, but really and truly we can make Him appear by fulfilling His wishes. Hare Krishna.
Sorry, I haven't prepared it and I didn't even know. I just saw the text yesterday in the morning and that's how I knew that this appearance was on here. And sorry, Maru Gujarati English mix on that. Gujarati, everybody knows Gujarati? It will be easier for me. Okay, mix. I don't want to lie, I follow Jainism since my childhood. So what brought me here, that Prem Yoga. Because we follow totally Jnana Yoga, and I was doing Jnana Yoga, but now I understand that I was not able to do my Jnana Yoga without the Prem Yoga. That's what brought me here, and now I understand we need the Prem Yoga in the life to do the Jnana Yoga. So basically we need both. So I learned that Prem Yoga from here, from Kṛṣṇa, from all the disciples, and mainly from Pujyapada Swami, Prabhupada Swami. The two things that, that one person said that first we need to love our parents, but then our real life starts to love with our Guru or Bhagwan, God. That's what I have learned. And also same as Prabhupada, my Guru is also, I haven't seen him. I just read his books and that's how I was following him. That I learned from him that I had so much question that how at the age of 70 he started this and he did all that. In the beginning I had so much question. I used to ask pujaris and Sweta and everybody, how can he do that at the age of 70? But he did it. So from him I learned that I also have some good aims for my Guru, everything, for spirituality and everything. But I learned from him that, you just keep on doing, and God will help you. That's what I have learned from him, and that's motivated me a lot. you talk to the God, like how you talk to everybody, right? Then I learned from Sweta. One day, like, we were talking and he said, oh, I talk to God, and I was just questioned, how can you talk and what do you talk? And she said, whatever comes in your mind, you just do it and all that stuff. So I learned that Prem Yoga, fulfill the God wish. Like ever since I'm here, everybody tells me something. Like first day when I came, the Syama Mataji was here. She taught me that, God does, God એની ઈચ્છાઓ પૂરી કરે છે disciples દ્વારા. એવું બધું that's all I learned from here. That God fulfills His desire through the disciples. All that I learned from here. Like you serve the God, you devote your life to God. Like you tell them, you tell me how to dance and what to do and all that. Like the main question was like main person that you give your life to, you use me. That words he told me, oh my God, you use me. You tell the God you use me if you want to do something. And that all, I mean, it just like, it was just too much for me. I mean, I learned about all from the little sentences, I learned about. So,
Thank you. Anyone else? No? I can pass this around if somebody wants. You're going to speak? Sure. You want to read that last?
No, not here.
No, I don't want to. I've spoken before. If you want to read it, that would be great. It's number 20. Yeah.
So this is a story about Śrīla Prabhupada that was told by Rukmini Durgasi in a class she gave in Mumbai. Whenever Śrīla Prabhupada would come to visit us at a temple, one or two of the men would stay up all night guarding Śrīla Prabhupada. They were usually known as our Kshatriyas. So in one temple, which was not said by Rukmini, Śrīla Prabhupada was awake at night translating the Śrīmad Bhagavatam. One devotee was keeping guard downstairs outside of the temple garage. The garage door was open. The garage was dark inside, but was filled with lots of storage. Suddenly, it began to rain, so this devotee went into the dark garage for shelter from the rain. He heard someone enter the garage from the door that led into the temple. As his eyes adjusted to the dark, he could suddenly see that the person who entered the garage was Śrīla Prabhupada. He paid his obeisances and said, Śrīla Prabhupada, is there anything I can do for you? Śrīla Prabhupada said, yes, you can go where I cannot go. His disciple said, but Śrīla Prabhupada, you go everywhere. You've gone around the world so many times. Where can I go that you cannot go? Śrīla Prabhupada replied, to the future. And when you get there, by the way, you treat the people there. They will know just how much Kṛṣṇa loves them. By the way you treat the people there, they will know just how much Kṛṣṇa loves them.
It's a nice story. Everybody get that story? Did you hear it?
Yeah.
By the way, Prabhupada said you can go to the future, because he would give us some hints once in a while that he would be leaving us at some point. So, thank you. So he would give us hints once in a while that he would be leaving us at some point. And that was one of them. He said, when you get to the future, you can go there, and he won't go there. He won't be here. So he said, you go to the future, and when you get there, by the way you treat people, they will know how much Kṛṣṇa loves them. So that was a very important instruction. Not just how we treat our family, how we treat the devotees, how we treat everyone, every living entity. Prabhupada was even kind to the insects. Okay, thank you. Do you want us to add anything? This is my god sister, Bharashpati, by the way.
I just wanted to say that, as a new devotee, reading about Prabhupada's travels and coming to America and this and that, at the age of 70 years old when he started all this. And I think as a young devotee, I could not appreciate that. But now, our Prabhupada's disciples are 70 years old. And, you know, it's just so profound, and it makes me think about what I have to offer at this time and how much potential there is if the willingness is there. So.
Thank you.
Anyone else like to speak?
I think we're up to, did you read it? No, I think we're up to 5, right? Yeah, number 5.
In the Nectar of Devotion, page 14, Śrīla Prabhupad writes, Kṛṣṇa does not agree to award devotional service to merely anyone. Kṛṣṇa can easily offer a person material happiness or even liberation, but he does not agree very easily to award a person engagement in his devotional service. Devotional service can in fact be attained only through the mercy of a pure devotee. I do want to just take a moment and thank Śrīla Prabhupada for everything he has done in my life, and I pray for his continued mercy so I can serve him by serving my Guru.
Thank you. Anyone else want to speak? Do you want to say something?
I have a poem that I wrote for Śrīla Prabhupada a little while ago.
Do you want to come up here and say?
No, I mean,
No?
say from here.
Okay.
But an ocean of compassion, your devotion can't be fathomed. We were hopeless, lives centered on material attachment, a never-ending cycle of unlimited distractions, sleeping souls searching for any slight satisfaction. Your words woke us up from the darkness of ignorance. You gave us more than just transcendence. You showed us how to truly love. No need for penance. You taught us to simply praise the word above. Just one sentence from your lips won't just eradicate all sins, but awakens us to the highest levels of bliss. You saved us, built a home in which the whole world can reside. Your love lives on within those you gave, or your love lives on within those who gave their lives to you, I guess. And the books you dedicated your long nights to write, and the instructions that carry us through both bright days and dark nights. I hope I can become the servant of those who serve under you. I hope I can forever attempt to repay all that you've done and all that you do. Thank you for showing us the nectar we have always craved is in the association of devotees and under the shelter of the Lord's holy name. I wanted to read this again because I haven't read it in a long time, but mainly for me, being young and not having ever known Śrīla Prabhupada personally, you are my connection to Śrīla Prabhupada's disciples and the disciples of his disciples and anybody that reads his books, and so that's my only shelter, my only hope in life is that I can serve the people that serve Śrīla Prabhupada's movement, and dedicate their lives to that.
Thank you. You're the future. Haryashra, I see you're here. Thanks for coming. Would you like to speak?
You want to speak, right?
I can
Can you come up?
come up there so we can hear this. Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada. So, Hare Krishna. I hope I can get through it quick. I have a Prabhupada remembrance. When I was in Vrindavan, after Prabhupada's appearance day, A couple days later, I was chanting near the Samadhi, right outside Prabhupada's Samadhi. And I just was praying to him. And then a remembrance came the last time I saw Prabhupada, was in 76. And Rabindra Śrī Prabhu told me, he said, do you want to go see Śrīla Prabhupada? I said, yeah. He said, well, you'll have to stay at the 55th Street Temple. I said, why? He said, because you keep going home. He said, so if you promise. I said, okay, I promise. So they took me. And I had seen Prabhupada the previous year at 75 and welcomed him in the temple and given him a flower. But it was different because that year, it was official. I didn't know Prabhupada like that. But in 76, I knew him. I knew he was my spiritual master. So I'm trying to get something to offer him at the corner at 55th Street, and the fruit was rotten. So I thought, well, I have to go to a different store. On my way to a different store, I said, Prabhupada's on the morning walk, you're going to miss him. So I go back, I said, I'll have to take the rotten fruit. And they go to give it to me. I said, he's a person. He can't like it. So now I'm really full of anxiety. I know I'm going to see Śrīla Prabhupada in my mind, and I've got nothing to offer him. So I'm chanting Hare Kṛṣṇa, and I'm pretty much in anxiety. And then the sankirtan van pulls up, and they're chanting, and I'm just chanting Hare Kṛṣṇa. I'm crazy. And then the black limousine pulls up, and then there's Śrīla Prabhupada in the limousine, and he's looking at me. I said, oh, Śrīla Prabhupada. And I fall down, and I start crying. You know, I was so boyish when I was young. I start crying. I couldn't see anything. I'm trying to offer my obeisances, and the car is stuck there. And I said, Śrīla Prabhupada. And he said, chant Hare Kṛṣṇa. I couldn't stop crying. So I look up one more time, and Śrīla Prabhupada says, just chant Hare Kṛṣṇa. I said, okay, Śrīla Prabhupada. But the remembrance in Vrindavan was that, why was I so bent on having something to offer Śrīla Prabhupada? It's because at that time, I didn't want to give my heart. I liked him. I thought he was God's servant, and I thought he was my spiritual master. But I liked my material life. I didn't want to give my heart. I wanted to give some gift. But Kṛṣṇa wasn't having it. Kṛṣṇa said, there'll be no gift. You have to give something you have. And because I didn't think I could give anything, I just began to cry. So today, I'm so grateful because I think, you know, Brahmanya Brahmate Kon Bhajyavanji Guru Kṛṣṇa Vasali Pai Bhakti Lata Beach, that we're wandering all over the universe. And when we're fortunate, we get the mercy of Bhagyavan. And that mercy is that he sends his representative, the spiritual master, to implant that seed of devotion. I feel so grateful to be able to serve in this Kṛṣṇa consciousness movement. Thank you, Śrīla Prabhupada.
David Prabhu, do you want to say something?
Sure.
We're kind of out of time, so we can just do it in a few minutes, that would be great. Thank you.
So, Hare Kṛṣṇa.
Right.
I thought I would sort of start at the beginning of Prabhupada's mission to the West. And there's a few choice words in his prayer when he arrived in Boston that I think we can all learn from. That although this is his disappearance, this is where he started. And understanding that mood, I think, is important to really understand his disappearance. Today, talking with one of my godbrothers who was Prabhupada's nurse at the very end, he was saying that Prabhupada didn't make a big deal about his disappearance, his leaving. He said it's no big deal. I'm not much of anybody, and I'm leaving. very nonchalant about the whole affair. So he starts off in his prayer by, "My dear Lord Kṛṣṇa, you are so kind upon this useless soul, but I do not know why you have brought me here. Now you can do whatever you like with me." I'm just going to paraphrase from some of this. "But I know your causeless mercy can make everything possible, because you are the most expert mystic. All living entities have come under the control of illusory energy, and by your will, and therefore, if you like, by your will, they can also be released from the clutches of the Maya." So Prabhupada's mission here was not for us. We're a small part of this big society at large, as Prabhupada talked about in his purposes of ISKCON. So this is very nice, our little family of, noting Prabhupada's passing. But I would recommend that maybe next year, why don't we do it as a public event on the Saturday closest to Prabhupada's disappearance, and give this mercy to many other people in the broader society, and maybe his appearance day as well, to make it more of an event that the public can begin to learn about Śrīla Prabhupada and his mission. We've always done it this way. I mean, I think 45 years, 44 years I've been doing this. So, and speaking on Prabhupada, but we should not be so miserly of getting Prabhupada's mercy. We need to figure out, how do we give this mercy to everyone else? And just like if we were children of a very wealthy person, and we were just taking the money from our wealthy parents and thinking, I'm okay, I don't need to do anything. And I'm thinking somehow whether I got the mercy, I deserve it, there must be something great about me, and I'm so fortunate to get this mercy. But I think that there are a lot of people in this world who are suffering way more than we are. We've gotten the mercy, and we have the knowledge, and our lives it was chant and be happy. So we have been chanting for a long time, many of us, and we are happy, because we know the purpose of life. We know who we are as eternal spirit souls. But we need to figure out a way, rack our brains. I can't remember how Prabhupada used to say it, but it was something like that. Tax your brain, or do something with your brain to figure out how to spread this mission and spread this knowledge. So as a community, we need to figure out how to tax our brains to achieve this mission. Because Prabhupada, when he came, that's what he came for. He came for a broad society in order to give them Krishna's mercy. So thank you very much.
Would anybody else like to speak?
Priya, I see you back there. We have quotes from Prabhupada you could read, if you'd like to read one. Okay. Who has, Sita has the list. She's right here.
Srila Prabhupada said, Srimati Kunti Devi, when there were difficulties, he prayed to Kṛṣṇa, that is Kṛṣṇa consciousness. Not that when there is difficulty, I shall forget Kṛṣṇa. Whatever the material condition may be, we should just cling to Kṛṣṇa's lotus feet.
Thank you.
Krishna takes special care of the devotee, guides him, gives him intelligence. What kind of intelligence? Just to give it the clue. Or one can go back to home, back to God. Krishna does not give intelligence. How one can gain some material prosperity. Therefore, people are not very much interested in worshiping Krishna. Class in Mumbai, September 26, 1973. Thank you very much, Śrīla Prabhupad, for everything that you have given us. I can feel your presence through chanting, through your lectures and your books. Thank you for giving us a wonderful association with devotees. We seek your mercy.
Okay, if anybody speaks, please speak louder so everybody
Yeah,
can hear.
I can't hear. I'm losing my hearing. Even.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. I haven't prepared anything, but I thought like this is I haven't prepared anything, but from past few months I'm hearing the lectures, and one of the terminology which I came across is to be silent. Silent would mean when I did not knew Śrīla Prabhupad, I thought not to speak about anything. But he completely changed the perspective for me, saying that silent means to only speak of Krishna. So I say Śrīla Prabhupad is a very silent person. And in one of the purport he is saying about the non-violence. Non-violence I thought would be not killing anyone. But he is saying not giving Krishna to anyone is a violent thing. So these are the I mean I have no words to see that what was throbbing in his heart all the time was only Krishna. And this really makes me think. I have read a little bit about it today morning, and I'm going to read it directly from that. That for me, Krishna would be an abstract thing, because I cannot see Krishna. But how would I be able to see Krishna would be through the eyes of Śrīla Prabhupad, and that reflects me that what he has been doing, what he has done for this movement, for ISKCON. He dedicated a total of 22,000 pages of text. He translated and wrote purports to 18,000 verses of Srimad Bhagavatam. Reading one purport daily would take the reader 49.31 years to complete. He translated and wrote the purports to the 700 verses of Bhagavad Gita. Coaching reading one verses with purport daily would take 2 years to complete. He translated and wrote the purport to the 17 volumes of Chaitanya Charitamrita, a total of 2170 pages or 11,555 verses. Reading one verse with purport daily would take the reader 31.6 years. To complete reading one page daily would take 5.9 years to complete. He also wrote teaching of Lord Chaitanya, nectar of devotion, teaching of Lord Kapil Dev, Śrī Caitanya. He created Back to Godhead magazine, which was monthly distributed in 1 million copies. He wrote 7,000 letters to his disciples. which was published in 5 volumes of books. Only Srimad Bhagavatam lectures he gave are compiled in 11 volumes of books. Bhagavad Gita lectures are compiled in 7 volumes of books. His conversation have been compiled in 42 volumes of books. He produced innumerable recordings. He established 108 temples. He published 147 books. Reading one book monthly would take 13 years. If one started to read one book monthly now, in 2014, he would not finish till 2031. He traveled around the world 14 times. Besides this, he changed the life of at least 10,000 people who became his initiating disciples. And all of this Śrīla Prabhupada did only in 11 years, in the age between 70 to 80. When many of the people in the age of 70 or 80 would think about 401k, retirement options, and in spite of having 2 heart attacks when it came, this is clearing my abstract devotion, which into like a form, like how to worship Kṛṣṇa by worshipping Śrīla Prabhupad and getting his mercy. If we can walk in the path of devotion by looking at Śrīla Prabhupada achievements, that clarified my abstract thinking of Kṛṣṇa devotion. Hare Krishna.
Anybody else? We're really running out of time. We have to be Śrīla Prabhupada. But we wanted to play. Is that okay?
I think she was going to read a small one.
Okay. Can you pass her that? Thank you. Loudly, please.
Hare Krishna.
Thanks.
On December 6, 1972, Śrīla Prabhupada said, "Devotees are paradupati. The symptom of a devotee is they are unhappy by seeing others unhappy."
Thank you. Okay, so there's one story, and you may have heard this before, but it's called Again Become a Mouse. If you have little children, you might have the book about it. But I heard Prabhupada say the story in Los Angeles temple, and he laughed, and we all laughed, and everybody was like cracking up, okay? Even Śrīla Prabhupada was laughing. But I don't know if you've seen these before, they're great. And it has a book that comes with it, and it has all of Prabhupada's classes, and many of them, and his morning walks and room conversations. So there's one part called Prabhupada Telling Stories, and they've gathered up all his stories, because a lot of times Prabhupada would say, there is a good story, or there is a nice story, and then everybody would laugh, because he had a story for many, many things. So this is one that's really good. But when he tells it, this one is in Germany. He told this in the Germany temple. And they started to laugh, and he said, do not laugh, this is serious. Okay, so it shows you time and circumstance. Prabhupada told the same story in Los Angeles. He laughed, we all laughed. But when he told it in Germany, when they started to laugh, do not laugh, this is serious. Same story. But due to time and circumstance, for some reason, he didn't want them to laugh. So I'm going to just play it for you real fast, and then we're going to go on and bathe Śrīla Prabhupada. Okay? It should be said, I hope.
By His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, taken from his classes, morning walks, and conversations.
This is animalistic civilization. Nature gave us the opportunity to realize God. But God, realization is meant for human being. The human being, he does not realize God. He is simply engaged in animalistic way of life, eating, sleeping, mating. Then nature will turn hard himself, again become a Puran Musika Bhava. Again become a mouse. You know the story? Puran Musika Bhava. There is a story, which is a very nice story. One rat, a mouse, he came to a saintly person. Everyone comes to saintly person for some blessing. Real blessing they don't want, some material blessing. Real blessing Kṛṣṇa they don't want. You give So this mouse also came and begged the saintly person, "Sir, I'm in difficulty, if you give me some blessings." Now what is that? Now, the cat chases after me always. I'm very happy. So what do you want? Now if you make me a cat, then I can get relief from this. All right, you become cat. So you become cat. So after 2 days again he comes. So again I am in trouble. What is that? The dog is stealing. Don't touch. Yes, it is. The dog is stealing. All right, then what do you want? Make a tiger. All right, you become a tiger. So when he became a tiger, he was staring on the saintly person like this. So he asked, "Why you are staring upon me? You want to eat me?" "Yes." So he again starts saying, "Put on Muslim, again you become mouse. Again you become mouse." So that is our position. We are advanced in civilization. Now we want to kill God. So we are again going to be uncivilized. To remain in the forest and to remain naked, actually they are practicing the nature's life. So again we are going to be aborigines. And that is being practiced. They are going to the forest, they remain naked. So actually, again become mouse.
Everybody get that? Okay. Everybody understand what he was saying? Yes? No? Okay, so mouse wanted to be a cat to get the cat, wanted to be a dog to get the dog, wanted to be a tiger to get the dog, okay? And then he wants to eat the great sage. So again, become a mouse. So we can't become puffed up. We can't think ever that we know more than the guru. Okay, or become a mouse again. Okay. All right, so now we're going to bathe Śrīla Prabhupada, the small Chota Prabhupada. So we'll make 2 lines, one down there for the men and one this way for the women, and we'll alternate man, woman, that woman. Is that okay? Sound good? Okay. By the way, Jennifer, do you have these in the store?
I just sold the last one and I couldn't get more than the last one. They were $60 I sold, but I had a couple, but I sold my last one on Sunday.
Do you have some? No, it's just
So,
they do have the maneuver now.
no, they did the last one.
They're out?
I would have gotten more, but I didn't have, yeah. Maybe they'll get more.
Maybe you'll get more.
Maybe, and then they'll get more, yeah.
Oh, okay. Because they're wonderful, and they come with this book that tells you how to, what numbers to put in, so you can hear what class. They're really, really good. If you ever get a chance to get them, maybe we'll have them here. Okay. So if the women want to form a line over here and the men down there, and we'll alternate. There's Achman Cup.
Śrīla Prabhupāda ki
Yeah.
Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Śrīla Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Śrīla Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Śrīla Prabhupada. Rama Krishna
dressing pen. Oh.
We'll now sing a song written by Das Thakur. It's a song of separation. A song on days of disappearance, days of the Acharyas. I'm going to put it up on the screen so we can all follow. And it goes, he who has brought the treasure of divine love, who is filled with compassion and mercy, where has such a personality as Srinivasa Acharya gone? Where are my Swarup Damodar and Rupa Goswami? Where is Sanatana? Where is Raghunath Das, the savior of the world? Where is my Raghunath Bhakta and Gopal Bhakta? Where is Kṛṣṇa Das Kaviraj? Where did Lord Gauranga, the great dancer, suddenly go? I will smash my head against the rock and enter into the fire. Where will I find Lord Gauranga, the reservoir of all wonderful qualities? Being unable to obtain the association of Lord Gauranga, accompanied by all these devotees in whose association he performed his pastimes, Narottama Das simply weeps. Janila Premaganna Karuna Pracho Ekakale kota gela goranatara. Asane kultivo mata anale pashivo. Asane kultivo mata anale pashivo. Goranga gunera Sabasangira sangye Jekoilo bila Sabasangira sangye Jekoilo bila Sesangana paya kande Janino premadana karuna pracho Janino premadana karuna pracho Hena Prabhu kota gela Acharya Śrīla Prabhupad ki jai.
Okay, so now, Pushpanjali? Pushpanjali?
Are they going to do the bow offering? We can rise for Pushpanjali. We'll distribute the flowers for everybody to offer to Śrīla Prabhupada. We'll do it in 3. We're going to chant the pranam mantras, which will go through the Guru Parampara. And then after that, Śrīla Prabhupada's pranams 3 times. And then each time we'll offer flowers, so 3 times total, so make sure you have enough. Mother our Srila Prabhu can lead us in the Pushpanjali.
Hare Krishna. So we start. Om Ajnana Prabandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurnamritena Yeno Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu Sankirtan Yena Bhutale Swayam Bhuta Kadam Mayam Dadati Swapadātikam Vandeham Shri Guru Śrī Rāmānanda Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rūpam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Kritam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savabhutam Parijana Sahitam Kṛṣṇa Caitanya Devam Śrī Radha Kṛṣṇa Padam Sahagana Lalita Śrī Vishakhanvitamscha Namaham Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Nidhi Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyata Desatarine Namaham Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Dinamine Shri Varshabhanavi Devi Daitya Kripabhade Krishna Sambandham Vijnana Daine Prabhave Namaha Madhur Yoshivala Premadhaya Shri Rūpānida Bhaktidam Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute Namaste Gaura Vani Shri Murte Dinatarine Rūpānuga Viradhanta Pasidhanto Vanta Harine Namo Gaura किशोराय साक्षादा वैराग्य मूर्तये विप्रलाभा रसंबोधे पदम भुजाय ते नमः। नमो भक्ति विनोदाय सच्चिदानंद नामिने गौरशक्ति स्वरूपाय रूपानगा वरायते गौरविर्भावा भूमि से त्वं निर्देशो स्वजनः प्रिया वैष्णवा सर्वभौमा श्री जगन्नाथाय ते नमः। वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्नाय कृष्ण प्रेमा कलायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरा तस्मै नमः। पंचतत्वकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपा स्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्तभयं नाम्नी भक्तशक्तिकं। हे कृष्णा करुणसिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपीसा गोपिका कांता राधाकांता नमोस्तुते। जयतं सरतौ पंगो मम मदा मतिर्गति मत्सर्वस्य पदं भुजाओ राधा मदन मोहनाओ दिव्या वृंदावन्या कल्पा गुमनः श्रीमद् रत्नाकरा सिंहासना सुतौ श्रीमद् राधा श्रीला गोविंदा देवो पृष्ठलाभिः सेवयामनो श्रीमान् रमी श्रीमन् रसा रसंभी वंशी वटतटा सितः कृष्णः वेणु सुने गोपी गोपीनाथः श्री स्तूनदः तप्त कांचन गौरांगे राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वर्षभानु सुते देवी प्रणामी हरि प्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधरा शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Now we do three. First, I'll sing the Prabhupada Pranam Mantra, and after every full Pranam Mantra, we offer the Pushpanjali. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyata Deshatarine Deshe Pushpanjali
Śrīla Prabhupāda ki
Jai.
Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyata Desatarine Deshe Pushpanjali Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyata Deshatarine Deshe Pushpanjali Jai Śrīla Prabhupāda ki Jai. Hare Krishna. So Prabhupada's lunch offering will now be offered. We'll sing some bhajans.
Give mine to
Mother Revati is going to sing bhajan to Śrīla Prabhupada for Bodhi Vaishnav Thakur.
Pusat lagi di pusat. Ya. Pusat. Kapras. Apa
So we read the translation of this Bhajan verse. O venerable Kṛṣṇa Maharaj, O ocean of mercy, be merciful unto your servant. Give me the shade of your lotus feet and purify me. I hold on to your lotus feet. Teach me to control my 6 passions, rectify my 6 faults, bestow upon me the 6 qualities, and offer unto me the 6 kinds of holy association. I do not find the strength to carry on alone the sankirtan of the holy name of Hari. Please bless me by giving me just 1 drop of faith with which to obtain the great treasure of the holy name of Kṛṣṇa. Kṛṣṇa is yours. You have the power to give him to me. I am simply running behind you, shouting, Kṛṣṇa, Kṛṣṇa. The 6 passions. O He Vaishnava Thakura Dayar Shagare
We'll do one more magic.
Gurudev, Kripa Bindudiya, Kare Dasi.
8 minutes. Golokananda, 8 minutes.
Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Gurudev Kripa Bindudiya, Karo Edase, Tinapeka Ati. Kichna hi
Śrīla Prabhupad ki jai. Samsara javana lalita loka Chanaya karana ganagananda Kalana gunana vasha Vande Gurasi Guna Rupana
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Astuta Satsufishimai. His divine love and grace, ISKCON founder Acharya, Śrīla Prabhupad ki jai. John Vishnu Pad Paramahamsa Puripachakacharya Astuta Satsufishimai. His divine love and grace, Śrīla Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. Śrīla Prabhupad ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Namacharya Śrīla Haridas Thakur ki jai. Music of Holy Śrī Kṛṣṇa Caitanya. Prabhu Nityananda Śrī Advaita Ashpasaki Gaur Bhaktivinoda ki jai. Shri Radha Krishna Gop Gopinath Radha Kun Shyam Kun Giri Govardhan ki jai. Vrindavan ki jai. Navadvip Mayapur Dham ki jai. Logamani Molamai ki jai. Bhakti Devi Tulsi Devi ki jai. Harinam Sankirtan ki jai. Transcendental Distribution ki jai. Jagannath Swami ki jai. Jagannath Baladevi Savada ki jai. Shri Gauratai ki jai. Shri Radha Short Vihar ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premananda. All glories to the symbol of routines, all glories to the symbol of rulings, all glories to the symbol of rulings, all glories to those for the Shri Guru and Shri Guru. Jai Śrīla Prabhupad.
The song that we sung, the Guru Rastakam, I just want to read the translation. This is a glorification of Śrīla Prabhupada. The spiritual master is receiving the benediction of the ocean of mercy. Just as a cloud pours water on a forest fire to extinguish it, so the spiritual master delivers the materially afflicted world by extinguishing the blazing fire of material existence. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of such a spiritual master, who is an ocean of auspicious qualities. Chanting the holy name, dancing in ecstasy, singing, and playing musical instruments, the spiritual master is always gladdened by the sankirtan movement of Lord Chaitanya Mahāprabhu. Because he is relishing the mellows of pure devotion within his mind, sometimes his hair stands on end. He feels quivering in his body, and tears flow from his eyes like waves. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of such a spiritual master. The spiritual master is always engaged in the temple worship of Śrī Radha and Kṛṣṇa. He also engages his disciples in such worship. They dress the deities in beautiful clothes and ornaments. They clean their temple, and they perform other similar worship of the Lord. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of such a spiritual master. The spiritual master is always offering 4 kinds of delicious food, analyzed as that which is licked, chewed, drunk, and sucked. When the spiritual master sees that the devotees are satisfied by eating Bhagavad Prasad, he is satisfied. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of such a spiritual master. The spiritual master is always eager to hear and chant about the unlimited conjugal pastimes of Radhika and Madhava, and their qualities, names, and forms. The spiritual master aspires to relish these at every moment. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of such a spiritual master. The spiritual master is very dear because he is expert in assisting the gopis, who are at different times making different tasteful arrangements for the perfection of Radha and Krishna's conjugal loving affairs within the groves of Vrindavan. I offer my most humble obeisances unto the lotus feet of such a spiritual master. The spiritual master is honored as much as the Supreme Lord because he is the most confidential servitor of the Lord. This is acknowledged in all the revealed scriptures and followed by all authorities. Therefore, I offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of such a spiritual master who is the bona fide representative of Sri Hari. By the mercy of the spiritual master, one receives the benediction of Kṛṣṇa. Without the grace of the spiritual master, one cannot make any advancement. Therefore, I should always remember and praise the spiritual master. At least three times a day, I shall offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of my spiritual master. Śrīla Prabhupad ki
Jagat Guru Śrīla Prabhupad ki
Jai. Thank you all for coming and honoring and glorifying His His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada. He is the most worthy master. When we look at the life of Śrīla Prabhupada, from the very beginning up until his last moment here in this world, it was perfection. And days like today are times that we need to remember and give us that remembrance throughout the year of just how dear Śrīla Prabhupada is. A couple of years ago I saw this picture, and it was a picture of Śrīla Prabhupada, and it started to fade. And it was like a very clear picture of Prabhupada, and then there was another picture, it was like, it was Prabhupada, but it was, you could tell it was a little bit fuzzy. And then the next picture, it was a little bit more fuzzy. And then the last picture was like, you could kind of tell it was Śrīla Prabhupada outlined, but it was like, and there was a study that basically said that any religious movement will last if it survives the first 4 generations. And religious organization, it's a sociological study, nothing you'll find in the Bhagavatam, but sociologically it said that 4 generations of religious movement will either last or fade away. And they were basically saying that, we're in like the third generation now. And to understand and never forget who Śrīla Prabhupada is, because he could be lost. And it is up to us to carry that torch of who Śrīla Prabhupada is, who he's important, how important he is, and how he is the founder of Acharya. And he is he's the Shiksha Guru for all devotees of ISKCON. You may have your individual guru, you may not have the personal association of Śrīla Prabhupada while he was here on this planet. You may have gotten initiated by another bona fide representative of Śrīla Prabhupada. But Śrīla Prabhupada is the core. Without Śrīla Prabhupada, there would be nothing that followed. And so Śrīla Prabhupada can't be lost. His teachings, his books have to be read every day. We have to learn them, just like he said, the law books. One should know my books like the law books. Śrīla Prabhupada is speaking to us, even today, through his books, through his association, through his disciples. So let us not forget, and let us hold Śrīla Prabhupada's legacy, in a very, very high standard, and let's inspire not only ourselves but the world, to follow in the footsteps of His Divine Grace. Śrīla Prabhupada ki! I'd like to thank Mother Sangeeta and Bamladev Prabhu for organizing today's program. Every year on the Appearance Day and Disappearance Day, Śrīla Prabhupada, you always, put together such a wonderful arrangement and festival and program and make all the coordination. I'm just very thankful to have your association, Mother Sangeeta, Bamladev, as well as all the other disciples that come forward, Śrīla Prabhupada, to help make this day very, very special. We're going to now have Kṛṣṇa, honoring Śrīla Prabhupada's feast, and then we'll be down in the other room. Hare Krishna.